Uncle Tim's. It's all good.
Hey, welcome to Uncle Tim's Farm. I'm Uncle Tim, and today I'm going to be curing some hams. So the first thing I need to do is get my brine mixed up, and I'll start pulling the hams out, injecting them, and then we'll go ahead and create a bath for them to soak them in and let them brine. And when they're done, we'll pull them out and smoke those buggers. So first thing I'm going to do is get my brine mixed up. So I'm just going to do a gallon here. So start off with a gallon of water. And then I have 9.9 ounces of salt. This is sea salt that I'm using. Mix that in there. And then I have 5 ounces of sugar and 0.8 ounces of the pink curing salt. And let that dissolve in there. And while that's dissolving, I'm going to go ahead and get out my electric injector and get that all set up so we can start injecting these hams. All right, I've got these hams wrapped up, and I'm going to go ahead and get them injected, and then we'll get them in the brine. Alright, I've got all 10 hams injected, and now I just need to mix up enough brine to cover those hams up, and then we'll let them sit, and I'll come and mix them up every day or so, make sure they're getting brine on all sides. I'll just keep you posted on how this goes. I'd say about, like I said, 10 hams, about 80 pounds of ham right there. And we got a whole beef hanging in here as well. So we'll be processing that next week. But since we have the cooler on, figured I'd go ahead and get these hams going at the same time. Might as well use the cool while we can. Stay tuned. All right, I've got all 10 hams in there. Got it covered up with water, with the brining solution, and then I have this bucket sitting on top just to hold them under the surface, make sure they stay under there. Anyhow, we'll just check back, see how they're doing, move them around a little bit each day to make sure that brine gets all around them, and let you know how it goes when they're ready to come out. So I've got these 2 smaller hams pulled out, rinsed them off, and I'm going to let them soak for about 10 minutes or so to remove some of the excess saltiness, and then I'll go ahead and pull them out and take them back in the cooler and let them hang to dry for 24 hours. Alright, I got these 2 hams rinsed off and hanging up to dry. I'll leave them here for 24 hours and then come back tomorrow and get them off of here and either repackage them or go ahead and just smoke them and then package them. We'll go ahead and let them dry overnight so they're ready for whatever we're going to do with them. Alright, so these hams sat in the brine for, well, 3 of them, the 3 largest ones, were in the brine for 6 days, and the one that's just slightly smaller was in for 5 days. But I pulled them out and let them dry overnight. Yeah, they got pulled out of the brine yesterday. Let them, rinsed them, let them hang dry, and now it's time to smoke them. So I've got my smoker heating up, and it's just starting to get a little faint wisp of smoke coming out. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these put in here and get them smoking. Ooh, those are looking delicious. They've still got a ways to go, but they are looking good. Nice and smoky. Sounds good, doesn't it? They look good too. Can't wait to try them out. Alright, I got the hams pulled out. I'm going to go ahead and stick them in the walk-in cooler to get them chilled down. And then I'll get them packaged up a little bit later. Hey, man, they look good. Oof.